I'm sure you've seen the devastation. Perhaps you were even personally affected. As I record this, we have a death toll in Florida of more than 100 people. More than 40,000 people are reportedly displaced. Thousands of structures have been destroyed. There are billions of dollars in losses. You have likely seen the videos, the photographs. You've heard the stories of people who have lost everything. Is there something that you and I can do? Can we send distant healing to help facilitate recovery and give some little bit of comfort to those who are affected? Yes, we can. And that's exactly what you and I will explore in this episode of EFT Tapping Junction. Stephen Carter here, and I'm your host for the EFT Tapping Junction podcast. I'm also the founder of Stress Solutions, LLC, a company that helped thousands of people release stress and achieve success in every area of life. I've been helping people create happier, more successful lives for more than 4 decades, using an array of methods to include, of course, emotional freedom techniques, thought field therapy, trauma tapping, neurolinguistic programming, or NLP, meditation, hypnosis, and an array of other holistic methods. This show is for you if you're an EFT, which of course is short for Emotional Freedom Techniques, if you're an EFT practitioner, or you use other tapping methods such as thought field therapy, trauma tapping technique, positive EFT, or other meridian tapping methods for your own self-care. This show is also for you if you're a therapist or a coach helping others. You can learn more about my work by visiting the website for this and other podcasts focused on emotional and spiritual well-being at our website, stressreliefradio.com, stressreliefradio.com. What is distant healing? Distant healing is focusing intention and attention for healing at a distance for a person, a group of people, plants, trees, animals, pets, land, water, relationships, ocean life, organizations, circumstances. Indeed, we can offer distant healing for the entire planet. Any person, place, or thing that is in need of healing, we can help facilitate that healing using distant healing methods. We can apply distant healing to any person, place, or thing that is inches away or thousands of miles away. What kind of methods can we employ? Prayer, Reiki, quantum touch, virtually any energy psychology or energy medicine methods can be used for distant healing. Can we use EFT to help facilitate healing? Indeed, we can. EFT and other tapping methods can indeed be used to help facilitate distant healing. By the way, all of the steps, all of the suggested affirmations that I'll share here will be available in a guide. All you need to do to receive that guide is to send an email to cartermethod@gmail.com with the subject line reading Hurricane Distant Healing Guide. Hurricane Distant Healing Guide. Simply put that in the subject line. You can leave the body of the email blank. Send that to me at cartermethod@gmail.com, and I will send that guide to you by return email. Where can we aim our distant healing effort? To a person, a group, a community, anything that could benefit by receiving distant healing energy. How do we begin our distant healing session? We begin with centering and clearing any disempowering beliefs. If you're in a place where you can safely apply the steps for distant healing, I invite you to do that. If you're driving or you're otherwise engaged in activities where you need your full attention directed to what you're doing. You may choose to listen, but I encourage you to come back and again listen at a time when you can apply the methods that we'll be sharing in this episode. As we begin, I'll assume that you're seated. Sit comfortably. Allow yourself to take 3 or 4 comfortable in and out breaths. Slowly breathe. Have both feet on the floor. Even if you're above ground level, your intention is to ground yourself. Ground yourself. Breathe slowly. Place your hands to your heart. Left hand over right, right hand over left is fine. Allow 3 comfortable, slow breaths. As you feel yourself in the chair, feel your feet on the ground or on the floor. Feel connected within your body. Feel connected to where you're seated. Notice the feeling of your feet on the floor. After you're grounded and settled, you're comfortable, tap the karate chop point. We're going to tap in a choices method affirmation, such as, I choose to release any and all disempowering beliefs that may be blocking the free-flowing energy supporting this distant healing session. I choose to release any and all disempowering beliefs that may be blocking the free-flowing energy supporting this distant healing session. Tap the eyebrow point. Release any disempowering beliefs. Side of the eye that may be blocking the free-flowing energy supporting this distant healing session. Under the eye, I choose to release any disempowering beliefs. Under the nose, releasing disempowering beliefs that may be blocking the free-flowing energy supporting this distant healing session. Under the lip, releasing any disempowering beliefs. Collarbone, releasing any and all disempowering beliefs. We'll skip the underarm point, go to the crown, releasing any and all disempowering beliefs that may be blocking the free-flowing energy supporting this distant healing session. Hands to heart. Allow 3 comfortable in and out breaths. We are going to use a surrogate object to facilitate the EFT tapping session for distant healing. The point of the surrogate object is to help you focus, and you are sending your intention that that surrogate object is the representation, the energetic representation of what you are tapping to heal. A surrogate is something that is a substitute. A surrogate object can be an image in your mind, a photograph or other physical image, any physical object, or it can be an image you draw by hand to represent your tapping target. For our purposes here, just envision the outline for the state of Florida. As you apply this technique later on, I suggest that you identify an actual image of a map for the state of Florida. You could use a photograph that represents the devastation. Any object or image will work. Say out loud as you look at this surrogate image, this image represents the people, places, land, buildings, organizations, and all life forms in Florida and surrounding areas affected by the hurricane. This image represents the people, places, land, buildings, organizations, and all life forms in Florida and surrounding areas affected by the hurricane. Allow that affirmation to be felt in your body. Feel the truth of it. Our next step, self-care tapping. You're going to tap 1 or more rounds and give voice to what you see, what you hear, and what you feel. As an example, as I tap on the karate chop point, I give voice to what I've seen, what I've heard, my feelings. There is so much devastation. I simply can't believe how much damage Ian inflicted on the people of Florida, on the homes, the buildings. People have died. Thousands of people have been displaced. I can't even begin to understand how this could be. It is so devastating. As you give voice to your feelings, you're tapping around on the various tapping points. You begin with the karate chop point, and as you're testifying to what you're feeling, what you're seeing, what you've heard about the devastation, you tap the various points: eyebrow, side of eye, under nose, under lip, collarbone. For a smooth flow, I typically skip the underarm position and go to the crown. After one or more tapping rounds, giving voice to your feelings, to what you've seen, what you've heard, you're going to end this stage with a positive choices affirmation, such as, I choose to be at peace and allow what is to be as it is, and do everything I can to help those affected by this hurricane. I choose to be at peace and allow what is to be as it is, and do everything I can to help those affected by this hurricane. Allow that affirmation to really resonate through your body, feel it in your heart. Now we turn our attention to the surrogate object. Tap the karate chop point as you voice a choices method affirmation, such as, I choose to send love and healing energy to every person, animal, and life form affected by this hurricane. And as you tap each point, your reminder phrase can be something like, sending healing energy and love. Go to the eyebrow, tap there, sending healing energy and love. Side of the eye, sending healing energy and love. Under the eye, sending healing energy and love. Under the nose, sending healing energy and love. Under the lip, sending healing energy and love. Collarbone, sending healing energy and love. Crown, I choose to send healing energy and love to every person, animal, and life form affected by this hurricane. And I choose to do that right now. Close by bringing hands to your heart. Feel the love in and around your heart. Feel the positive energy pulsing through your body. Connect your heart to that surrogate object. Allow that energy to flow into and through that surrogate to the people, the places, all life forms that have been affected by that hurricane. Feel that love in your heart. Send it through the surrogate object. Remember that surrogate object represents the people, the places, the buildings, the animals, all life forms affected by the storm. Maintain a meditative state of mind and body as you allow the love to grow stronger. Continue sending that from your heart to the surrogate object. Continue that until you notice a felt sense that tells you it's time to close the session. I suggest you give thanks to your source, and as you prepare to return to normal awareness, say the word peace. Peace. Please keep in mind, while we are focused on Hurricane Ian for this episode, the process, the technique that I've shared with you can be used for any storm, any disaster, whether that's for a disaster that's already occurred or one in the future. I'll have a number of distant healing resources shared in this episode's show notes. I encourage you to get a copy of the guide that I spoke of earlier. All you need to do to receive that guide is to send an email to cartermethod@gmail.com with the subject line reading Hurricane Distant Healing Guide. Information about how to receive your copy of that guide will be available in the show notes. From the bottom of my heart, I say thank you for joining me for this episode, and I thank you if you choose to add your valued energy, your intention for healing and recovery. If you can add your energy to this worldwide effort to help restore the people, the animals, all of the life forms, the land, all things affected by this hurricane, all people, you are truly doing heaven's work. I encourage you to share this episode with others who you believe could benefit. If you have not yet subscribed to EFT Tapping Junction, subscribed or follow. The term differs by where you listen. I encourage you to do that. That way you will never miss an episode. Remember, you can listen to previous episodes and discover an array of other stress-relieving podcasts, videos, and other resources by visiting stressreliefradio.com, stressreliefradio.com. If you would like to get in touch with me to share thoughts about this or any other episode, email me at cartermethod@gmail.com, cartermethod@gmail.com. Until our next visit, your host here, Stephen Carter, and I ask you to tap into joyful living one tap at a time.